Hey everybody, Chad, Nobody Else's Auto. Got a couple of cool ones we're going to check out fresh off the farm down in south central Kansas. A little Corvair and a Chevy pickup. Now, I don't know a ton about Corvairs, and believe it or not, out of all the cars I've picked up and drug in here over the years, this is the first time I've ever picked up a Corvair. Now, I have a few Corvairs over on the new yard, over on the north side, that were there when I bought that place, but those are the only Corvairs that were here. I've literally never actually picked up a Corvair before until I picked up this little one here. I believe this is a 64. These are really unique little cars. They were rear engine. We can see where it has the cooling fins back here in the hood or the trunk lid or whatever you want to call it. Has a pretty cool Corvair badge on it. And one thing that was kind of cool and kind of sporty about this were these simulated vents right here below the rear window. They really didn't do anything. They were just ornamental, but it looked kind of cool the way they did that. This car is a little two-door coupe. Been sitting for a really long time. It is pretty rough. It's got a little bit of rust in it. We take a peek inside. We see the front seat is missing. Radio's gone, but a lot of the other dash stuff is still there. It has kind of a cool little flip-up back seat where you can lay it down or flip it up, whatever you needed to do. Like I said, fresh off the farm, the old co-op can still stored inside of it. Work our way around the front. Like I said, no tires or wheels in this car, but for the most part still intact, just kind of a rough old car. Somebody tried to pry this, there again, hood, is the trunk lid, who knows? They kind of tried to pry on that. Has a good looking big Corvair bar across the front. Headlight bezels are still here, bumpers are still here. Now, the fuel tank was up here in the front. Kind of weird seeing the fuel filler in the front fender, but here it is. Even had a little stainless guard right there where the fuel nozzle would have rested to protect the paint. So like I said, don't know a ton about Corvairs. I haven't done a lot with them over the years, but this car still had some good pieces on it. Didn't need to go to the shredder, that's for sure, because there are some guys that like these little cars and are going to need pieces for it. Went ahead and loaded it up and brought it in. Now, out of the same pasture, they got this old Chevy pickup. I actually got quite a few cars out of this old pasture. The 67 Caprice two-door hardtop, the 68 Delmont 88, the 62 Olds 88, the 54 Chevy 3100 half-ton. Be sure to check out the videos on all those as well. But this one here is a 49 or 50 era Chevy 3/4 ton 3600. The engine and tranny are already gone out of this truck. This one's fairly rough. It is missing a lot of pieces, but there again, versus going to the shredder, it's still better to bring them in here and save them, because there's a lot of fixable stuff on it. Like this fender, it's got some dents and stuff in it, but that's all straightenable. This is good, heavy, original metal that's going to fit when you get it fixed, and it's going to fit the cab. The lines are correct, so still some savable stuff here. This door was gone when I got there. We can take a peek inside here though. We can see the seat springs are there. Still has the radio delete plate. The glove box door and speaker grill are gone, but there again, still bits and pieces. Good set of windshield moldings, things like that. The bed's kind of unique. Has the flat top bed like a 54 bed, so obviously somebody switched the bed on this thing because it does not have the angled top, so this would have been like a 54, early 55 bed. It is an 8-foot bed. This fender's pretty much wiped out. The other rear fender was gone, but the bed itself could probably still be used. It's going to need a little bit of work, but it is still probably savable. There was an extra door laying there with it. However, that door was a little bit newer. It was a 52 or 53 door with the push button door handle and the vent window, but there again, it was still a decent door. It was laying here in the truck, so we brought it in with it, as well as this old tailgate for a square body. Not rusted out, just kind of banged up a little bit. Over on this side of the old Chevy, like I said, the rear fender's gone. This bedside's banged up a little bit, but these 54 style beds are tough to find, and this still is definitely a fixable piece for sure. So there you've got them. Kind of an interesting pair of Chevrolets, the old pickup and the Corvair. The pickup's a little bit rough, but still bits and pieces. The Corvair, I don't know much, just don't know much about them, period. But I know there's a lot of good pieces there, especially being a little two-door that I know some guys are going to need for their restoration. So went ahead and brought them in, added them to inventory, put them in the row, and they're here, and they're not going to the shredder. So if you got any questions or need any pieces off either one of these or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got here in stock and on the ground and nobody else's auto right now, just give me a shout. 620-786-4428. That number is in the description. Give me a shout so we can discuss your project or what you're looking for. Year, make, model, body style, the pieces you need. I need all that information to know if I've got something here that might help you. Emails, texts, they're never complete. They don't work. Just give me a call. That's the only way to get a hold of me. If I'm busy, just leave me a quick message. I'll call you right back. You like old cars, you like old trucks, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody's Show. That's all we do on here, old cars, trucks, memorabilia, all kinds of cool car stuff. We have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you like it as well. So be sure to click that subscribe button and definitely click that notification button. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here as well that you won't want to miss. So hope you enjoyed this pair of Chevys. Be sure to check out the other cool stuff we've been dragging in. I've got a lot of cool new inventory coming in. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up. Hope you like this video. Stay tuned. We sure hope to see you on the next one.